I grew up in a normal family with my mom and dad in Japan. My parents noticed that I was at the age of starting to talk, but they couldn't get me to speak, no matter what they did. Teachers told my parents that it seemed I had a hard time fitting into conversations at school, and that they saw me watch the kids play but never played with them. My parents ended up taking me to see a doctor, and they took tests and told me I have autism. I didn't know what this meant, but my parents made me see doctors more. In school, I was in a program with other autistic students, and we did many fun activities together. Some days were good and some were bad, but I always had a mentor helping me through it. The community I had throughout my school years made it possible for me to continue on with my life and attend a local college. I go to group therapy sessions with the friends I've met through the many autism awareness programs available. I lived a normal life with my mom and dad in Japan. I always knew I was different, but was unsure what exactly that was. I hadn't even heard of autism until my mom learned about it at a lecture recently, and I researched it. I read a book and was in shock because it felt like I was reading about myself. Turns out, I had autism. Growing up, I did ballet and was able to socialize because all we talked about was ballet, and I could follow that. At the school I went to, work was more individualized, so I could go do research on topics I found interesting, and it allowed me to be myself in a way. I attended college in Japan and hated it. I found myself anxious and depressed. Every school counselor, psychiatrist, doctor I talked to told me I have severe depression and prescribed medication, but the pills made me gain weight and made me more sad. I needed to get out, so I went abroad to college in Boston, in America. In Japan, there were only 2 therapists at my school, and you never saw anyone else there. It was isolated to avoid seeing other students. In the US, there were clinics specialized for autism and many therapists to talk to. And I wish Japan had community support systems for people with autism and more than just a few specialized doctors. When I was in Japan and I needed help, I had to be put on a wait list for 6 months in order to speak to someone. Maybe if the system in Japan was like it is in America, then I would have known I had autism sooner.